Welcome back to the Force Man YouTube channel, welcome back to Football Manager 2018 and the Liverpool save. And in today's video, it's Boxing Day and we are taking on Chelsea at Stamford Bridge in the Premier League, where we are still unbeaten. Last episode, two emphatic wins against big teams, Man City and Roma, both defeated. And the victory against Roma saw us through in the Champions League, so we're qualified for the knockout stages. So hopefully today we can continue our run. Chelsea though, not far behind us in second place, and yeah, they're our closest rivals in the league, and it's an away game, so this is going to be very tough. Of course, if you're enjoying the content, make sure you drop a like down below, leave comments, and if you want to see videos as and when they turn up on YouTube, do hit that subscribe button, which is made even more important now. The road to 1,000 subs has been made just even more important because YouTube are no longer monetizing channels under 1,000 subs. So yeah, we're facing Chelsea. So let's see what's been happening off screen. I think I played 6 games, so we'll see what happened. So our first league game after that was against AFC Bournemouth. It was a game where we really could have and should have scored more goals. It was only 1-0, and the only goal came from Sadio Mane on 57 minutes. But we should have scored a lot more goals, especially considering as well, Bournemouth played half the match with 10 men. Andrew Sermon picking up 2 yellow cards in as many minutes towards the end of the first half. So Bournemouth playing half the game with 10 men. After that, we travelled to the Czech Republic to take on Slavia Prague in our final group game. And, you know, a good result here would have meant that we'd win the group, and we got it. It was a 2-0 win against Slavia Prague, but it came with a couple of casualties. So Belotti went off on the 10th minute with a pretty serious concussion, which kept him out for, I think it was 2 weeks, maybe even longer. He is back now and he's back scoring goals, but a concussion early on in the game meant that Origi had to come on. And not long after that, Ben Woodburn actually was there to take a penalty. We won the penalty, and I didn't know who it was going to pick, and it didn't really give me an option to change the taker. Otherwise, I would have given it to someone like Salah or maybe Coutinho. But no, it was given to Ben Woodburn, and you know, Ben Woodburn's only, what, 19 years old at this point? The penalty was saved. He's only just 19 as well, I saw it. His birthday was October, so he's literally just turned 19. And the penalty was saved, which was unfortunate, but just a few minutes later, he did actually score a goal from open play and redeemed himself, so that's good. And he had a decent game. He made a couple of key passes, so well done for him for that. In the second half, Divock Origi went off injured. But anyway, the score was 2-0, and the second goal came from Roberto Firmino in injury time. It was a comfortable win. Slavia Prague had a couple of shots on target, but all in all, they were pretty poor. And we won 2-0 and we won the group. And that has given us a last 16 tie against Inter Milan. And the first leg will be at the San Siro, so you'll see that probably in a few episodes' time. Following on from the win against Prague, we had the Merseyside derby, a 2-0 win at Goodison over Everton. A 2-0 win, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain with the first goal in the first half, 42 minutes. That was after Naby Keita went off with an injury, which is unfortunate. Milner had to come on. So yeah, 1-0. The second goal came in the second half. Philippe Coutinho got it, 64 minutes. I believe that was his first goal of the season. It was. That was his first competitive goal of the season, and we're in December. We are going in January to offer out Coutinho for probably about 80 million. I don't use him, honestly. I'm playing Salah on the left. Coutinho is on the bench more often than not, and that's not where he should be. Up next, we hosted Stoke and won 4-0. Very confident performance here. Defending was absolutely brilliant. Stoke just 2 shots overall, 1 on target. We had 29 and we won 4-0, so yeah, a very good result. Opened the scoring on the 13th minute through Daniel Sturridge, who, you know, deputised for the injured Belotti, and then he did get a second in the second half. That was after Wijnaldum had scored less than 2 minutes into the second half, and then Sturridge added his second goal of the game after the hour. The fourth goal was Mohamed Salah in the 94th minute. 4-0 is a nice score, and 4-0 is always emphatic. 3-0 is great, but, you know, there's something about winning 4-0 that just feels right. Then we had the EFL Cup Quarter Final. We faced Chelsea, and this one was very tight. Of course, we faced Chelsea live today, And yeah, it had a lot of action as well. We didn't have a goal though until 65 minutes. Plenty of shots. Icardi's goal as well was very, very annoying to watch because Icardi literally ran from the halfway line unchallenged. Nobody took him out. Nobody closed him down. And they did take the lead. Although we got the equaliser on the 80th minute. Andrea Bellotti came off the bench replacing Daniel Sturridge, who had a poor game. And got the equaliser on 84 minutes. And that's how it stayed going into extra time. And then in extra time, James Milner got a red card, a straight red card, for a horrible, horrible challenge, actually. It was a two-footed tackle. So the red card happens. And then 2 minutes later, Captain Henderson would come on for Wijnaldum, got the winner, 104th minute to make it 2-1. And luckily, we shut up shop in the second half of extra time. We defended well. And we did manage to get the victory 2-1. And at the end of today's video, we will do the draw for the semi-finals, which I think will probably be next episode, at least the first leg of that anyway. And the final game we played off screen was a 3-1 win at home against West Bromwich Albion, who again, you know, had a chance or two. They managed to get a goal. But yeah, a 3-1 win, and we were dominant again. And the first goal coming from Bellotti took just 10 minutes. And then Gini Wijnaldum scored in the 19th minute to make it 2-0. And then Bellotti made it 3-0 in the 33rd minute with his second of the game. And we were cruising, and I was hoping for maybe a 5 or a 6-0 win. But it stopped there, unfortunately. And in the second half, West Brom did pull a goal back through Jake Livermore. And that's how it stayed, 3-1. It quietened down a bit after that. But we did our job in the first half. And, you know, we were decent enough in the second half that we didn't mess things up. We conceded one, but you know that happens. Yeah, so we haven't lost. We've lost one game this season, and that's it. And that was against Roma. That is the only game we lost. But this game against Chelsea today is extremely tough. If we look at the table, as you can see, they are in second place, and they are 6 points behind us. Man United are in third, and they're 8 behind. And then the Man City a bit further back in 4th place. They are 13 points behind us. So Chelsea are closest rivals. And this is going to be an extremely difficult game. So in terms of people that are missing at the moment, Divock Origi, of course, his fractured cheekbone means that he has been, you know, lacking in fitness but able to play. Hopefully in the next day or so, though, he should be back. So after this, hoping to have him back to full fitness. Same with Naby Keita as well. His injury was a twisted ankle, and he should be back in a few days. We might have him for that Palace game, but it's unlikely. But we'll have him back over the Christmas period, definitely. Now, James Milner. Let's talk about this. So, he got sent off, as I mentioned, against Chelsea. He missed the West Brom game through his suspension, and I thought, you know, that's it. That's his one-match ban. No, the FA decided on the day of this fixture, on Boxing Day, to suspend him for a further 2 matches. So there was me thinking, oh, I'll be able to play Milner in this game. He served his ban. No, the FA decided to extend his ban, which we have since appealed, but we can't play him. So that's annoying. So this is the team that we've just played. Lallana's going to drop to the bench. Very close to a transfer, Lallana. It was confirmed a while ago, and it will be going through on the 19th of February. He's going to join New York City FC. So yeah, Lallana's going to be on his way out. So Firmino's going to come on there. Otherwise, you know, this team is doing very, very well. There's no need to change too much of it. I'm just going to bring on Matip for Nastasic, and that is it, I think. I'll bring Coutinho onto the bench for Origi. Standard fluids, hitting loaded crosses, clearing the ball to the flanks, being a bit more expressive. And let's just put dribble less on as well. That's it. This is going to be a very tough game. Now, Chelsea are starting Icardi, interestingly, who scored the goal against us, but he did come on for a less than impressive Morata. So we're starting today with Hazard and Willian, the other two in the front three. Pedro also in that number 10 role, so very attacking 4 there. Kante and Van Hinkel, you know, kind of defensive midfielders, so I don't see them doing much playmaking. But Jordi Alba and Azpilicueta, I'm sure they'll push on. David Luiz and Rudiger, decent centre-backs, and Thibaut Courtois in goal. Of course, he's probably one of the best goalkeepers in Europe. I'm going to go with the fans' team talk, seeing as it's Chelsea. That's worked really well, so happy with that. Okay, we are underway. Let's see what happens, because, you know, I'm worried about this game. This might be our first league defeat. In the early stages, Chelsea are dominating possession. And here we go, first highlight of the game. And it's a goal kick played short by Courtois. And here's N'Golo Kante to Eden Hazard. And Henderson with the interception there. And now we are in possession. And Nathaniel Klein's got it here. He's got Mane behind him. And he finds him. And the cross is in there. And, oh, Belotti. Goal! It's a goal. And that's taken less than 8 minutes for us to take the lead. Belotti with his 100th career league goal. That's cool. I'm pretty sure about 50 have been for us already. Probably not as many as that. That's exaggerating. But he scored 21 league goals last season. Won the Golden Boot. Great header by Belotti. It hit the post. And then Courtois sort of attempted to hold on to it. Didn't. And Belotti was there for the rebound. 1-0. Right. Now, we've got the lead. So we are just going to try and retain possession and just go a bit deeper and see what we can do with it. Oh, headed wide by Rudiger there. Jordi Alba. And that was a decent cross. And Williams there. And it's off the bar. And it's cleared eventually by Mohamed Salah. A couple of good chances for Chelsea there. Another throw in to deal with here. It's with Hazard now. And Hazard, has an effort. And Butland dives to his right for the save. 34 minutes played here. Throw in for us. Here is Gino Wijnaldum. He's given the ball away, but it's recovered by Digne. And Pedro with a tackle there. And now Kante with the ball out to the left flank for Hazard. And Firmino with a good block there. And here's Andrea Belotti. Got players in support. Finds Mohamed Salah. And, that was poor really by Salah. And now Chelsea on the break. Here's Pedro. And finds Eden Hazard. That's a great ball. And another great ball to Icardi, who shoots over. He might have had a bit longer with that. It was a first-time shot. I'm going to tell them to tighten up. Let's try and get to half-time with this lead. If we can do that... Henderson's injured. Oh, my God. The midfield is getting absolutely crunched at the moment. So, Milner is suspended. We have no Keita, and now Henderson's out. Right, I think we're going to have to go 3 at the back here. Because because of the lack of options we have in midfield. I'm not bringing on Ajaria for a game like this. That's just not worth doing. Oh, God, Salah. Salah cannot play that deep. Alright, we've gone with a sort of 3-5-2. I mean, we're going to be very exposed in the middle, but hopefully we can hold on for a while. We could bring on Lallana and maybe make Wijnaldum a different role. It's a bit of a situation at the moment with the midfield. We've got a lot of players, but they keep getting injured. And Chelsea with a possible chance here. And it's gone in. Oh, what a time to concede. First minute of injury time in the first half. Willian has put it in. Oh, that was a mistake. That was a tactical blunder. We should not have gone 3 at the back. Eden Hazard. The camera's really shaky on this angle. Don't know why that is. See, I don't think the performance has been disappointing. I'm going to say you've been unlucky so far. Right, we've dropped Wijnaldum just a little bit deeper. Oh, look at Sturridge's morale, dearie me. Extremely poor. Throw in for Chelsea here. What's going to happen with this? It's Pedro and Kante. And, oh, what have you done? Ginny! Wijnaldum has just conceded a penalty. Kante was tackled. Hazard with a penalty here. Come on, Butland. Oh, we're behind. We're behind. And I can feel this slipping away now. I feel like this is going to be the first defeat because things just haven't gone our way. So, Hazard's penalty. Butland did go the right way, but just dived a little too late. Alright, John Matip is coming off. And we're going to go back to the back 4. And we're going to bring on Adam Lallana. Alright, Lallana's up alongside Firmino. Firmino's changed to shadow striker. Salah's... we've been making all 3 changes already in less than an hour. That's not what we want to do. Right, well, let's get rid of some of these. Because there's too many instructions here. Show some passion as well for the shout. Let's see if we can get back into this game. Here is Mohamed Salah. Digne with the overlap. That's good work. And the cross. It's not bad, but it was dealt with by Rudiger. And now here is Eden Hazard. And Hazard to N'Golo Kante. Now Pedro. And he's got lots of space to run into. Finds Azpilicueta. Here's Willian to Pedro. Back to Azpilicueta again. And the cross is to Willian. And Pedro shoots wide. 20 minutes left. And it doesn't look like we're getting a goal here. If anything, Chelsea's... It's another penalty! Who is it this time? I don't know, but Hazard... Another penalty here to make it 3-1. And this game has completely gotten away from us. What can he do with this one? It's in. It's 3-1 and it's game over. It's going to be our first league defeat, and that's an absolute shame. I didn't see who conceded the penalty. And look at a 20-game unbeaten run is about to end. That's a huge shame. Again, Butler went the right way, but just not good enough. Right, Salah's coming off. 6.2 is the worst we've seen from him so far. Let's drop the line a bit deeper and let's just try and protect the defence a bit more, because I don't see us winning this game now, or even getting a draw probably. Since that Henderson injury, it's just gone absolute pants from there. And they just scored a fourth out of nowhere. Well, this is a terrible Boxing Day. Jordi Alba, look at that. Just, he didn't even need to head it. I mean, I think it was Digne who was nearest to him. And this is an awful performance by us. I think it's been coming. We've had some poor games, but this is the worst by far. Chelsea have destroyed us. And I think the lack of midfield options hasn't helped either. You know, the injuries and the Milner suspension is bullshit. I'm sorry. Williams just gone off injured as well, like after scoring 2 goals. And that's full time. It's Chelsea 4, Liverpool 1. And that's our first league defeat of the season. Only our second all season. Only our second defeat. I think it's absolute rubbish that Milner wasn't able to play this game. You can't extend someone's ban the day they're going to play. That's just stupid. And then we appealed it. So surely he should be allowed to play. So that makes no sense. And, oh, look, Jordan Henderson's out for 3 weeks. That's good. That's really, really good. So, Henderson and Keita, thankfully, is going to be back in a few days. And we'll have Milner's suspension lifted soon as well. It was Belotti that conceded the second penalty. Oh, that's a gutting defeat. That really is. That's annoying, that is. That has seen the gap closed to just 3 points. 5 ahead of United, 10 ahead of City. So they've closed the gap there and we've lost our first league game. Okay, so before I leave you, we will see the draw for the EFL Cup semi-final. The season's still going extremely well. So, you know, it's a bad defeat, but hopefully it's just a blip. Also, you can see on the 1st of January we have a couple of players joining. You probably won't see them on this save because they're only youngsters. They're 17 years old. They're defenders. So I doubt you'll see them. But I'm planning on, if I can, continuing this either in my own time or on stream. So I am trying to build a bit for the future, which is why I'm going out and signing a few youngsters. So do stay tuned to... I do have a Twitch. I streamed 1 week and then I haven't done it since. But I am looking to in the future. So do keep an eye out for that. Okay, so the semi-final draw for the Carabao Cup or the EFL Cup features ourselves and Leicester. Also Everton or Arsenal. And Hull or Manchester United. I'm not quite sure why those haven't been played. I like Leicester, ideally. It is going to be Leicester, so there we go. So I think the next time we meet, we will face Leicester in the EFL Cup semi-final first leg, and then in the following episode we'll do the second leg, and then we'll pick up the Champions League stuff. So the league's going well. We will face Man United. I would play that live, but I've got some big plans for January, so I don't really want to do 2 live comms, otherwise the video will be very long. So we are just going to be playing the 1 game against Leicester, but there is going to be some action in the January transfer window, because I have £97 million to spend that I want to spend. So we're going to try and do that, and you know, we're going to be selling as well. You know, Coutinho's off. Lallana's going. There might be some other exits as well. So we will have plenty of money to spend, and we are going to spend it. I don't care who it's on. We're blowing all of our transfer budget this January. So that is going to happen next episode. So hopefully you enjoy it. Thank you for watching today's video. If you've enjoyed it, make sure you drop a like down below, leave comments, and if you want to see videos as and when they turn up on YouTube, do hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.